All right, guys, welcome to week 4 of Nutrition with Nick. We've gone over a lot in the last 3 weeks. We're going to kind of compile all of this and show you how to put this meal together, or this day of meals together. Okay, so we have a men's and a female's amount of food. We took the TDEE calculator. We subtracted 500 calories off of our daily energy expenditure. So that gives us the amount of calories that we're going to eat in a day. Our protein, we figured that out in week 2. Week 3, we went over fiber. So we're making sure that everything in here is also going to hit our fiber goals for the day. And so, yeah, let's go over this. Don't be overwhelmed. This is 2 people's food. And it is also the entire day's worth of food. A lot of people will at least be able to make some of this at home in the evening, or maybe make some of this in the morning. But yeah, before I start just rambling, let's go over this. So, men's, I just used me, 220 pounds. My deficit calories is about 2250. Just kind of depends on the week and how many days of that week that I work out. Protein on this meal plan is going to be 234, carbs 244, 55 grams of fat, 47 grams of fiber. Okay, so for breakfast, I don't typically eat breakfast before like 10 or 11. That's perfectly fine. But once I start eating, I'm going to make sure that I get all these calories in by the end of the day. Breakfast is just, for me, cheap, easy to prepare, and also easy to grab on the go. And it's just an easy way for me to get a lot of protein in the morning. So I'm not going to eat all of this in one sitting, but I'll eat the burritos here shortly, and then the yogurts and the granola I will take either with me to work, or I will eat them in like maybe a couple hours or so. Okay, so for that I have 3/4 of a cup of egg whites, 2 eggs. There is a slice of cheese split up between those 2 burritos. And then also some Ortega. You could use pico de gallo, salsa, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so 2 tortillas, some egg whites, 2 eggs, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of like a hot sauce or a salsa. I have 2. So these say Oikos 000. I apologize, I didn't have the pros like I thought I did. So these are going to be 15 grams instead of the 20 of the pros. Half of a cup of granola. So this one specifically is a lot of seeds and stuff like that. So the fiber is in that one. And that's breakfast. Again, it doesn't have to be all in one sitting. That's a lot of food. I'm going to split that up into 2 different little breakfast meals as we're going. Okay. For me, I have a shake. I also have another shake. And then I also didn't have the Walden Farms dressing that I was hoping for these carrots. But Walden Farms makes a lot of dressings that are 0 calories. So I'll use that to go in those carrots to go with my 6 ounces of tuna, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of relish on this whole wheat bread over here. That's how I'm going to get some more of that fiber in. You could do another wrap. If you wanted to do sandwiches up there for the eggs, you could do that. You could do rice. You could do all sorts of things in there, but this was just how I made it today. Okay. Another protein shake, a navel orange, some more fiber. Get your fruits. You need your fruits. So we're getting that in there. 6 ounces of this real good chicken. This is at Costco. So 6 ounces of this, half a cup of rice, half a cup of beans. I wrote 2 cups of broccoli, but I ran out. So that's probably 1 cup, but I was looking for 2 cups. I'm going to use some of this sugar-free honey sauce. So 10 calories in there, even at 2 tablespoons, that's not that bad. So we'll use some of that in that meal right there. Those are the black beans that I used. So again, this does not have to be all eaten in one meal. We're going to split this up throughout the entire day. I have to work tonight, so I'm going to take this to work, and I'm going to take this to work, and my shake and my orange. Okay, so that's going to be for my afternoon. And then the rest of this I'm going to have done before I go to work. Okay, so again, that is how you get 234 grams of protein, 244 grams of carbs, some fat, and then the correct amount of fiber. Okay, we can go over a little bit on fiber. That's okay. I said 40 in my week 3, 47. That's pretty good. Okay, so all of that is what you would eat as a 220-pound male looking to lose weight and retain muscle mass, because muscle mass is our metabolism. So if we're just going to starve ourselves and lose a bunch of muscle mass, That is not the way to go. We're going to lose metabolism, and then we're going to yo-yo. Okay, so there it is. Enough fruits, vegetables, all that kind of stuff. That is the men's. Okay, so going over to the women's, just roughly 160 pounds. 1,850 is going to be our deficit after we subtract our 500. We're at about 190 grams of protein. I'll tell you kind of why in a second. 155 grams of carbs, 51 grams of fat, 31 grams of fiber. Okay, so same kind of thing with the breakfast. Some of this is going to be on the go, some of it's going to be here. On that kashi, 10 grams of protein, 10 grams of protein on the almond milk. We are going to do half of a cup of that kashi, so that is like a handful. It's not a lot, it's just a 1/2 cup. 1 cup of that almond milk. We can eat that even before we walk out the door. Okay, so real quick, just mix that up into a bowl, eat that. Real simple, easy breakfast out the door. Okay, this again, let's just pretend this is an Oikos Pro. It's only 5 gram difference, but it does add up. And then 1 cup of frozen berries. So we're going to take that Oikos, put it in those frozen berries. We can take that to go. We do not have to eat that right now in the morning. We can eat that later. We are also going to be doing 2 shakes a day. So there's your shakes. This here, the salad, we used a Costco sweet kale salad. That's 1.5 cups under there. And then 6 ounces of chicken. It's also that same real good chicken. You could use chicken breast. You could use whatever you want to use for that meat right there. Okay. 1.5 cups of that salad, the chicken. Okay, so we had about 190 grams of protein. If 6 ounces in that chicken is too much, go down to 4, go down to 5 or something like that. And then that will reduce that protein a little bit. I think I originally planned this whole thing right here is 199 grams of protein. Okay, so if you don't need quite that much, you can reduce the amount of chicken in this dinner and or reduce the amount of chicken in this lunch. Okay. Another fruit with our protein. So again, both of our proteins have 30 grams in each one, so that's 60. If you have a protein with a little bit smaller amount, like 35 or 25 or so, you might have to increase that a little bit, or at least leave these at 6 ounces. Okay, so in this chicken buffalo bowl, that is like Frank's buffalo hot sauce. It's very low calorie, if any. And then we have 6 ounces of chicken. We have 1/2 cup of black beans, 1/2 cup of brown rice under there, and then some veggies. You can do corn, celery, all that kind of stuff in that bowl as well. Okay, so hopefully I didn't go over this too fast. That's 190-ish grams of protein for a female plan, 1,850 calories. Again, that's our personal ones, taking your TDEE and subtracting your 500 calories from that. And then same with the men's as well. Okay, so 2,250 calories, 235 grams of protein over here. And then more of a female type size day, 1,800 calories, 190 grams of protein. And then both of these have enough fiber. Okay, so this is week 4, kind of how you would compile all this food. Again, it looks overwhelming, but that's because all of this food is made right here, right now, instead of taking some of it and eating it throughout the day. Okay, so good luck. Take this, eat this every day for a couple of days, 3, 4, 5 days, and then switch up your meals after that, and then go from there. All right, guys, good luck.